Alright, time for some solo gathering in the dual mists. But as a stream, because in the mists it's quite boring. Not much is happening most of the time. It is not nearly as dangerous. It's not nearly as dangerous compared to the Black Zone, and even still the roads are way less dangerous as well. Let me put this stuff so I can read the chat. I cannot. Setting up things is not that easy. Okay. So, even compared to the roads, which are way less dangerous than the Black Zone because there are simply way less people in there, the mists are way safer than that. Fort Sterling Cape, some big bag, my Avalonian tools. I'm missing something. My mist corner. And a helmet. Just a random leather helmet so I can pick cleanse. Just to be ultra safe. Because I don't really want to fight unless I see like really weak and valuable at the same time people. Invisibility potions? I think so. A million journals. Because I'm going to gather for quite a while. Not sure how many I need, and it's still possible to die. So let's take 11 for now. And tier 7 journals fill way slower, so let's just take 4 of those. I can always, since I'm going to bring back loot quite often, I can just pick up some more. Hey, I hope all is well. Everything is indeed well.
Have a
Do. Just need some more pork pies now.
See you later.
And also I'm going to need to bring back loot quite often, because when I gather in a tier 7 mist, I will get tons of small amounts of decently valuable resources, which fill my inventory. Like, I will have space issues. I will always have space issues when I do this, and then enter a tier 8 mist, where I will get additional small amounts of valuable resources. Hi. Wow, stream. Yeah, that's something I do very, very rarely. Simply because most of the activities that I do are not very, very suitable for streaming. Like going into the Black Zone, gathering there while being worth 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, depending on how much loot I have. That's not really a good idea. Don't like getting sniped or something. Or all the PvP activities that I do. Even though I could be streaming the like dual mist ganking that I do, but it would always be in German. Are you on East or West server? I'm playing on the West server. I've tried playing on the East server, but the ping is so bad. I don't exactly remember what my ping was. I think it was something between 200 and 300. And that's just unplayable. Basically, it's not really unplayable. You can play some things that will do something like on-click spells, on-click abilities that will have some kind of effect. But it's really not nice. I would like to use some abilities that are skill shots and not miss all of them. Was pretty bad. So now I'm just basically gathering random tier 6 resources and waiting for the mist to close. I mean, if I find some crystal spider, I'll take it, of course. Going to be some nice extra loot. But... or some random coffers. That's as well some nice random extra loot, even though the coffers really give very little money, to be honest. There's some wisp, but I don't really feel like I want to contest this kind of stuff. Especially since it's not that insanely valuable anyways. Me gathering random tier 6 resources probably gives me about the same money per time as going for such a wisp. Since I'm so close to the wisp, I could basically check it out, because if it's like purple or legendary, it would probably give me more money than gathering random tier 6 resources. Also something interesting, like I sold some resources 2 or 3 days ago in Brazilian. And wasn't there something? There's some ore hiding behind this big fat tree. I was selling, I think fiber it was. And it had a pretty decent price in Brazilian. I think I sold it for like 630 silver. I'm pretty sure it was like around 620 and 620 silver per piece, which is pretty decent for Brazilian. So maybe the prices aren't that bad in Brazilian anymore, but maybe it changes. Oh, I mean, there's a crystal spider now and the thing is purple. The purple thing will give me some money, and I'm quite strong because I'm just on 8.3 gear. My weapon is 8.2, but who cares? There's a person, it's a frost mage, which is a terrible matchup for me. But I can probably just go and take it. Oh, that's a one-shot combo. Right. I almost forgot that I'm in a duo mist. But I can actually red this guy, right? Hopefully he survives. So anything valuable here? So I got most of the valuable stuff. Boom, knight armor. And now there's no way for them to catch me. I actually didn't see the artillery fire there, which is interesting. Which is a scam. I would indeed like to just mount up, to be honest. So now I'm safe. Like, this build is of course really good at ratting, right? I'm just 8.3, I'm really tanky. I can, of course, rat very well if such a weird thing there happens. But there was a spider in the south, let's go there. I'm also gathering right now. Well, I've read a lot of comments where people are just saying they watch my gathering videos while they are gathering. Even though it feels like, for my taste, it would be a little bit too dangerous. Like, if I gathered in the black zone or in the roads, having like some video running, Maybe just having the sound in the background would be okay, but watching feels pretty risky. So let's quickly see, like Mardlock Cape 100k, Crypt Candle 100k, Tier 6 bag 30k. Pretty nice extra loot. Blood Letters in general is nice for ratting. Yeah, definitely. Pretty good ratting weapon. And being ultra tanky, having 3700 HP, having 78, wait a second, having 73, 77 damage resistances without anything special definitely helps with getting away then afterwards, after looting. Like in the beginning I was saying that I don't really want to fight, that I'm going to play very safe in a way. And then I just jump into some one-shot combo and steal their kill. But they have used their combo, they have used their mobility. Would be really damn hard for them to kill me, if not impossible. Like they would need support of a different team to actually kill me. 5.2 ore, pretty nice. But just 2 pieces. Not too much. Let's see if the Crystal Spider is still there. It may be gone. It was here somewhere in the south. So it's gone. Somebody took it. But I would guess, like, it's not a real Crystal Spider, right? It's just a Crystal Spider link. Gives not that much money. Getting this 240k kill there. Definitely, I would say, definitely gave me just as much loot as this Crystal Spider would have given me. That combo only works on low IPs, TBH. What do you mean? The one-shot combo? Like, the thing is, it depends on what spells you have. Like, if you have double cleanse, there's no way you will ever die to one-shot combo. Like, I'm talking, of course, about healers. If you're playing double damage dealer or whatever, or another one-shot combo, you can definitely lose against Blazing plus Mace, or the combo that I'm playing, which is Blazing plus Grail Seeker. But when talking about healer matchups, then it's just you simply cannot win against healers who have double cleanse. It's not possible. Or something like Cleric Cowl plus Cleric Robe plus what's it called? Mercenary Shoes. You cannot win against that. It's not possible. Unless they fuck up extraordinarily or have like tier 6 gear. Like when I play Blazing Staff plus Grail Seeker, if there's some healer DPS combo on tier 6 gear, we can just fight those guys even if they have double cleanse. Cause we just deal way too much damage. They cannot tank artillery fire. It's not possible for them. Hoping that this mist will close very soon, to be honest. So I can run around and search for an enchanted wisp leading me into a higher tier mist. Because tier 7 mists give me like 1.5 times the loot that I will get here. And tier 8 mists are like 3 or 4 times better. Talking about the loot per time. And then I also have the additional chance of finding those artifact mobs. Which is kind of interesting. It happens pretty rarely, I feel like, but it will happen eventually. Like when I was recording these 3 hours of solo gathering and dual mists and 6 hours of solo gathering and dual mists. In the first half hour or something, I found 2 of these fee scale dragons. And then afterwards, like the whole 8 hours of me playing in those mists, I found nothing. No artifact mobs anymore. I mean, maybe I overlooked something. Maybe I didn't see one, even though it was on my screen, which is definitely possible. It does happen. Like, I'm usually kind of surprised when somebody in the comments says, oh, there was a legendary wisp that I missed. And it actually happens. It actually happens. Especially if I like go into click my N button and see the minimap in front of me, or if I'm like focused on a certain part of the screen, it can definitely happen. Tier 6 hide, best thing here in the mist. Not going to find anything better. I was low on learning points for getting my tier 7 stone hammer, so I simply got it to 50%. I have no life. Well, like, when I try to think how it went for me, I think there was also a time for me where I really didn't have enough learning points at all. Where I then had to decide, okay, what am I going to level up first and stuff. So I definitely also got some gathering professions to a higher point than 20%. Especially like after time, after having premium for a while, the learning points just become a massive amount, basically. But before that, when I just started out getting like premium for the first time, for the second time, for the third time, my learning point amounts were not that high. And then I also had this situation happening, especially since when starting out with gathering. This guy is quite expensive, his mount is very low. Is he going to get close to me? Like, quite expensive is an over-exaggeration. But his armor will be worth like 60k, maybe? Tier 6 Hellion Jacket? His weapon, like tier 6 Great Axe, should also be worth a little bit. But it is very well possible that he is not alone in a dual mist. Like, I don't really want to gather right now. I just want to look for a great wisp. But it's probably worth it to kill those tigers. Like the gathering speed bonus, the chance of dropping a baby, the overall value of the hide. It's probably worth it to take those. And talking about prices, which I've talked about like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago. Or 10. How long am I streaming for already? 20 minutes? I think I was able to sell hide in Brazilian for 1,100 silver per piece, if I remember correctly. Like 2 or 3 days ago I was selling stuff because my bank was too full. And those prices are completely fine. Just pretty nice. So now I'm really looking for enchanted wisps. I mean, preferably legendary, of course, but that will not necessarily happen. But I was, to be honest, pretty surprised how many legendary wisps I found. Like in those 3 hours of solo gathering in dual mists, 6 hours of solo gathering in dual mists. I found so many legendary wisps. It feels like I found the same amount of legendary wisps as like rare and epic wisps. It was pretty weird. Maybe I was just lucky. I have no idea. I don't know how likely it is to find such things. And I'm also kind of surprised basically how little green wisps I find. That's also kind of surprising to me. Same for the like last 9 hours that I've been gathering in the mist. It is a tier 7 map, nice, and it leads to Brazilian as well, which doesn't matter in any way. There's a hide area. That's actually, if there's any tier 7 hide, this is going to be good. If there's any tier 7 hide, it's actually going to be good. Do you think gathering in dual mists is better? It feels like it. It feels like it's better, yeah. When I've gathered in solo mists with this kind of gear, I was being chased for forever by random weak people, and sometimes by strong people as well, but usually strong people don't chase me for that long. But there were so many people with like tier 5, tier 6, tier 7 gear who were chasing me all day long. For no reason, like they have no chance of killing me. It's impossible. They were just basically running after me, hoping that I will fight somebody else who's very valuable, so they can red me. But this made it very inefficient for me to gather, because I don't really want to risk gathering while I have people next to me. Right now here, you can see up here the greater mists, so this is dual mists. Also like 5 or 10 minutes ago when I was stealing a kill from a one-shot combo, it was possible to see a one-shot combo. Like there are no one-shot combos of 2 people in the solo myth. Like the maze and blazing stuff, guys. That I stole a frost mage kill from. Even though I'm kind of surprised that this frost mage, this frost staff user was actually in the dual mists. It looked like he was solo, basically. But I'm not sure about it. Maybe he had a friend. Not sure, not sure. Okay, now the big question will become, is there any tier 7 hide in this hide area? That's the big question. There's a person, it's a salamander. And a giant stack. This guy has only tier 6 gear and such a nice thing. And he has a Port Sterling cape. This is weird. And of course really not very dangerous. But I mean, it is totally fair of them to check out if I am willing to fight them. You know, like, it is possible. I'm in 8.3 gear. Maybe I believe that I want to take the risk and fight those guys. I would believe that they have gathering tools, actually. So they would not be worthless, I think. I probably could loot quite a few things from them if I won. Which may also be possible, I don't know, my armor is really bad for fighting them. Night armor is not that terrible because I can push away the healer, but now back to the big question, is there any tier 7 hide in this area or is it just completely useless? There's another guy And there was some guy dismounted on a, I think, saddled direboar. Sadly, no tier 7 height. Only those tier 5 birds who I do not care about at all. Unless they are enchanted. I would take 5.2, definitely. Pretty good. But I also stopped gathering the 5.1 resources in here because I have such inventory space issues. My inventory fills usually pretty quickly. Well, once I reach a tier 7 or a tier 8 map, which happens pretty frequently for some reason. As I said, I'm really I only said that I was surprised about how many legendary mists I found, but I'm also generally surprised about how often I get into tier 7 and tier 8 maps. Like, I think I spent at least 40% of the time in tier 7 or tier 8 maps. I believe. I'm not 100% sure about it. But something around that line, I would say. Which is quite good. I didn't expect that. I mean, quite good is maybe an over-exaggeration, but this mainly depends on the prices in Brazilian. If the prices are similar to the royal cities, then gathering like this is actually pretty fine. And pretty good. Because I will eventually definitely get into tier 8 maps, and those have such a high potential to give me quite a lot of money. Because in tier 8 maps I definitely find more tier 8 resources than in the black zone. Unless I do some funny things, funny tricks, like running before, like directly before the server reset, running into some tier 8 map, and then right after the server reset is done, logging in and gathering a couple of freshly respawned tier 8 resources. But a lot of people are doing that, so it's a very short time window. Usually there are like at least one or two other gatherers doing the same thing, getting those fresh tier 8 resources, and then the map is empty for the next 5 hours again. Those tier 8 resources respawn so slowly. The mist is closing, so I'm only going to gather 7.1, 6.2 resources, 6.1 hide. And instead I'll look for another enchanted wisp. Let's see if I can find one. Oh, that's actually a PvE camp. I want a legendary wisp. Where is it hiding? Where can I find it? Oh, there's a bear. A bear is too good. I'll take it. Like 2,800 per piece or so. Not sure about the price of Brazilian, but this is just too good. Gotta take that. Too much money to let it slide. Because like around 50% of the time I'm not going to find an enchanted wisp. That's my feeling after doing this for 9 hours now. In the last like 3 or 4 weeks, doing this for 9 hours or so. I got the impression that I will only like 50% of the time find an enchanted wisp. Which is also interesting. I would have expected, before I did it, that I would find at least a green wisp, you know? Like at least a green one. So I at least have the chance to... those guys again. So I at least have the chance to find artifact mobs. Because, for example, in this map I can definitely find artifact mobs. The only requirement for that is that the mist has to be better than common. And that's all it needs. It's lying on the floor. Let's quickly take it. Hard to say no to that. Just looking for an enchanted wisp. This is epic. Perfect. Because it cannot be tier 6. Very nice, very nice. And like 20% chance that it's tier 8, I think. And it is tier 8. Like, really good start already. Really good start. And hide area. Hopefully there will be some tier 8 and tier 7 hide. Really good start so far. Going to make quite some decent money. Not sure about the rare slate. Probably don't need to take that. I will find so little of it. It's just going to fill my inventory without me really benefiting from it. Give me tier 8 hide. Give me some tier 8 hide. Those hide areas are so bad. They're so bad. What's up with that? Why is there no hide? Somebody has been here before me, I would guess. That's what I would assume. So now I'm not going to run around a lot. Instead, I'm going to probably be stuck on some big tier 8 nodes. Big tier 8 stacks. It takes really long to gather tier 8 resources. I'm like level 30 and level 40 at tier 8 resources. So it just takes quite a while to gather those. Pretty low gathering speed. And now that I'm in a tier 8 mist, I'm only... Oh, yes! I actually used... No, it's just... Thanks to the delay, my Q spell didn't go off. Anyways. This is like the best thing I can find here. This is amazing. Tier 8 special resource. Hide mob. Best possible thing. I get the bonus gathering speed. Because it's a special mob. And it's the most valuable resource. If I was constantly finding this kind of thing, I would get pretty damn rich. I've got a math exam tomorrow, and here I am playing Albion. Well. Priorities. Let's eat the next pork by TBH. Oh, 8.3. Please more than 1. Oh, come on. Why is it always only 1? Why is it only always 1 when it's enchanted? There's a coffer. It's opening in 1 minute. Since I already have some 6.1 ore, let's quickly take that as well. And there was 6.2? Nice. And there's also fiber. That's great, because now I have a useful activity for waiting while, like, for waiting for this coffer to open. 8.3 marble. 100k for 2 pieces. Well, I actually found an 8.3 resource. But it's really sad that it's only 1 piece. So this is going to take forever. So I will actually don't have to waste time in any way. No, somebody picked up silver, so... And from a rather big mob. So let's actually get there in time. because I may need to fight. Let's switch a little bit. Switch. This guy is not strong enough to contest it. Could even go for the kill, not really. Like he has minor boots. It's not really possible for me to kill him. So, yeah, that's it. Next. Where do I want to go? I'll check out the west of the middle first. And switch back my spells to safety, even though like those highly enchanted mists are usually less dangerous because solo players will also get into those. There's a small chest. I probably should check it out, to be honest. Because, as I said, it's an epic mist. Likewise, solo players will enter it as well. And likewise, less duo players are entering it. And likewise, it's less dangerous here for me than in the, what's it called? Common duo mists. This guy is the same guy. Have you tried using the gathering pots? I did, and it basically depends on how valuable the resources are that you find. If you find 6.3, 7.3, 8.3 things, like big stacks of 6.3, 5.3, then it's worth it. If you find small stacks of 7.3 and 8.3 and 8.2, then it's worth it to use like tier 6 gathering potions and tier 8 gathering potions. But I never find those. It's so extremely rare to actually find those for me because of the way that I gather. So it doesn't really feel worth it. 30 seconds on the chest. I'm definitely just going to see if I can go for it. Because the chests in this kind of map, there's 7.1 basal, I'll take that as well. Oh, 7.1 ore. A chest in this map is definitely quite a bit better than in other maps. And I don't have any competition. Sadly, it is only green. I may get ganked with invisibility or something. Definitely possible. Anything valuable? Nope. I may as well already use my silver bags so they don't fill my inventory. Not going to find too many of those. Wait a second, why is there so much basalt here? And why is there no marble? Anyhow, I really want to find more tier 8 special resource mobs, basically. Having the gathering speed for those very, very slow tier 8 resources is pretty nice. There's a big stone stack. Is it tier 8? It is tier 6. I think it's possible for tier 8 stacks to spawn in here, I believe. Uncommon blood blocks, that's like whatever. Don't need that. I probably would have taken it because I probably already have some of it in my inventory. Actually, I'm not sure about it. Yeah, I do have some of that. But I have so little of that it's actually worth it to throw it away in case of having inventory space issues and finding something valuable. 8.1. Finally back to the tier 8 resources. The money. But like, look at my inventory. Look at my inventory. I only have 4 spaces left. So I may need to throw away like this 6.1, I may need to throw away like this tier 7 stuff, which is not insanely valuable. I'll put these things here down there, so in case of getting full, which could happen very soon, I will need to throw away things. Like if I find more tier 8 resources, I will definitely prioritize those things over those small stacks like 5,000 silver and stuff. I haven't seen 7.3 height in weeks. Well, same. 7.3 height. It's also a very long time ago that I've seen that kind of stuff. Like those highly enchanted resources, I mean, I do see them, they're just already taken, you know? Like, those tier 8 maps in the Black Zone are really empty. And the roads of Avalon, same deal. Like, it's just empty. There's just nothing left. And likewise, taking those gathering potions doesn't really do too much, usually. I need to try gathering in duo mists. If you have previously always been gathering in solo mists, then yeah, I would definitely recommend checking that out. The only important thing is that you need a Fort Sterling cape and a cleanse on your head. Like any hood. So you can pick cleanse. And then you're good. And of course, like mobility weapons. You know, of course, mobility weapons and escape gear. Of course, you know. But if you have double cleanse, you'll be fine. Because you need to not die to me, no? While I'm using Grey Seeker Blazing Staff. And you need to survive the Blazing Staff Mace combo as well. Usually they will not reach you, but it can happen. It can happen. And I'm like immortal to these guys, right? Like, it is not possible for them to kill me when I'm using 8.3 gear. Like, I'm just way too tanky, I have double cleanse, I have way too much mobility. It's not possible for them to kill me. Unless I stand there and fight them. But if I would just play safe, it's just not possible to die. Even in duo mists. It's just too hard. Like if people try to dismount me, they will need quite a lot. It's not that easy to dismount me with these stats. And it's just too hard. In most cases, like people will not even be able to reach me. They will definitely need a full combo. Kill me. And then I even have this funny ability on my mount, right? Like, I have jump with which I'm unCCable while I'm jumping. Duelists are pretty safe for gathering, but the abbeys are filled most of the time, but that's just my experience. Like, do you mean those things, those dungeons in here? Because I would definitely not go into dungeons when I'm using gathering gear. Like, I'm way too expensive. You know, like, even if you imagine using tier 8 gear, tier 7 gear, and then I would have my tier 8 tools with me, you know? Like, I'm way too expensive. It's not worth it to fight in there. It's just not worth it. The mist is closing, but nothing really changes for my approach in this case. I will just continue gathering tier 8 resources. Oh, there's a person, and this person is low, but he has his mount ready. Like, the weapon is fine, 70k, but the rest is useless. Can I dismount him? He got pretty close, but actually it's quite the distance. It's not that easy. I do not have the perfect dismounting spells. They're not that terrible, but I'm also using a plate armor. Like, I do not deal that much damage. I really do not deal that much damage. And this guy is really not worth too much. And he had mining boots. But he was on very low HP, so there was an argument for trying, if he came a little bit closer. My inventory is so full already. Like, I do get inventory space issues very quickly when I'm doing this kind of stuff. Very quickly. I was actually pretty happy, like shortly before I started the stream. I looked into, no, I think it was before the reset actually. Before the reset I looked into the Brazilian market to see if there are any tier 7 stonecutter journals. And thankfully there were. Like, nobody was selling tier 7 stonecutter journals. The last time that I ended, when I finished the last solo gathering and dual mists thing. There were simply no tier 7 stonecutter journals, and today I found some. Like, I think 17 or so, and I just bought all of them. I just bought all of them. Even though it will take quite a while to fill like 17 tier 7 stone journals. I would need to find insane amounts of stuff to actually fill this kind of stuff. And another tier 8 resource mob. Special tier 8 resource mob. This is the best thing to find in here. There's nothing better. Let's see how much... oh well, I already have quite a lot. But I think I only gathered hide from the special hide resource mob. Like tier 8 hide, obviously. And from that I've gotten 170k. Pretty good. I would assume that I will get less, of course, from fiber. Should be less valuable, but still very, very valuable. One should be the second best flat tier 8 resource. My inventory space, though, I only got one free space right now. Only one free space. And I also want to always have one free space, so I can find those, so I can get those fame books. Those fame books are very expensive. Like the tier 6 fame books are like 200k, the tier 7 fame books are like 500k. So I always want to have one free space when I'm gathering, just so I can get those. I have no idea what happens if my inventory is full, and I would be lucky to drop one, basically. I think it would just vanish. I think it would just go away. This mist is closing. Can I find something else in the meantime? Oh, let's just take the wolf then. Let's just take the wolf. I don't think I have too great chances. Too great of a chance to actually get something in this short amount of time that I have left right here. I'm also not sure if I could optimize this kind of thing in the way that I have less inventory space issues. Not sure. Not sure. So I'm definitely bringing back my loot, because the inventory space is definitely an issue, which is basically why I, after like 50 minutes, 1 hour or so, I always bring back the loot, simply so I can be open to find more of those random things. Like, you know, the smart lock cape, that's 120k, the crypt candle. you will find quite a few random things here and there. And likewise, it's good to bring back stuff like every hour or so, mainly after finding a tier 7 or a tier 8 map, you know? If I've been gathering for 1 hour and I didn't find a tier 7 or tier 8 map, I don't need to bring it back, because unless I found like a million spiders or something, or killed a million people. But otherwise I don't need to bring it back, because I have a lot of carry weight with this mount, you know. But so now I'm going to take a little break. I will be back in 10 minutes. Oh, hello. Didn't know you were streaming too. I stream very, very, very rarely. Oh, and only like missed stuff or so. Because all the other stuff is, you know, dangerous. But for now, I'm going to take a 10-minute break. Right, I'm back. Safe from Brazil. Oh, I also wish you a lot of safety from Germany. Safe. Safe, safe, safe. Let's see if I can be safe. Hello, Mr. Relatively. Relatively? Relatively. And also Mr. Definitely. Is there another word that I use a lot? There's a wood area, I could go there. If there's a lot of tier 6 wood, it will be worth it. I actually need to use my pork pie. Relatively, definitely, maybe. I'm not sure about how often I use maybe. But I'm pretty sure I also often use the words I and am. I'm also pretty sure that I use the word pretty a lot. Even though almost never in the literal meaning of the word, to be honest. To be honest, it's probably also something that I say a lot. Oh, and I still need to eat my pork pie. Don't wanna miss out on those 15% gathering yield. Considering how insanely cheap gathering pork pie is. I watch almost every video and relatively is definitely top. I can imagine. Another purple transport mission. Sadly, the chest that I got was only green, and it wasn't an epic tier 8 map. So it would probably have been quite valuable. I mean, I got like, I think 8 silver bags from the green chests. I really wonder how many I would have gotten from a purple one. I would definitely not mind a legendary one either. A lot of trees right here. I think it was worth it to come here. The The thing is, I cannot find... Oh, the purple thing dropped. Can I steal it? Do I want to risk my life for like 200k? Well, this is a guy that I can kill. I can kill this guy. And he's even quite valuable. Do I want to try killing him? He's quite close to the exit right here. It's going to be really hard to kill him. Yep. Not doable. Did I lose the purple thing? What? Did I accidentally drop the purple thing? No! What? Did I click A? I may have clicked A. I think I picked it up. No! The purple thing. I wanted to pick up the purple thing and... No. The extra money. I just wasted like 2 minutes chasing somebody that I cannot kill because he's too close to the exit. What did I do? Did I accidentally click A? Come on. Like, it doesn't drop when I use jumps, right? It may drop when I go invisible though. Like, Chain Slash makes me invisible. Ah. Did I lose it because of my Chain Slash? Anybody saw? Ah. Annoying. This was like worth probably 150k silver in total when thinking about how much favor it gives. Hey, can I ask you something? Yes, you can. But if I'm going to answer, it's not safe. I have all gathering tools for tier 8 except stone. Should I max it? It's tier 3. You don't have to. If you're gathering in the roads or in the mists, then yes. Then yes, you should max it. If you want to be flexible in the open black zone, then yes, you should max it. Especially because it's possible to find a lot of tier 7 stone, which is a decent resource if you have enough carry weight. A lot of wolves right here. I wanted to dodge the slow. The slow lasts forever, like I'm still slowed. It's not nice. In general, I would say it's worth it to get it up to tier 8. Especially since it's very easy to get up to tier 8. You know? Like nobody is gathering those tier 4 and tier 5 old stone elementals in the roads. You have gathering speed bonus when you gather those, so you will level up very quickly if you find. And you can even use very cheap gear, like you don't need to risk any money. You can just go with tier 5 gear, like some tier 5 gear that can kill old resource mobs, which basically every gear can. They are really not that strong. I'll coffer. And it's blue. Just for explanation. The mist is closing, so I'm just searching for very good resources. And for enchanted wisp right now. Wisps. Like, it will be very, very easy and very fast to level this stuff up, because nobody gathers the stone resource mobs. Finally, stream gathering. True. But it's definitely not going to happen too often, I believe. Because the only thing I feel comfortable streaming Like the only gathering I feel comfortable streaming is in the mists. I don't think that I should be streaming when I'm gathering in the roads or in the black zone even. I don't want to deal with stream sniping. I really don't. And also, like interacting with the chat, you know, like reading these messages. Even if I don't get stream sniped, if I'm reading these messages, I will be distracted. And I think that the black zone and the roads are too dangerous to be distracted, you know. That's also a very big reason why I don't want to stream when I'm in the black zone or in the roads, because I want to be very concentrated on surviving. I want to concentrate on playing safe in a way. Like talking on autopilot is probably not too demanding for my attention anymore, I would believe. I would hope. It definitely distracts me a little bit. But it should not be as distracting as reading the chat while being in the black zone. I could miss people who are ganking me, who are only showing up for a very short amount of time on my screen. Give me an enchanted wisp, please. Not finding any wisps here right now. 5.3, please more. Yes, more than one piece. Decent money, I believe. 50k. Only common wisps right now. If you use Avalonian Gathering tier 8 and tier 8 Gather set, it will be 3 plus bonus gather if max in tier 6 spec. Oh, a rare one, nice. I think I'm going to settle down for that, even if it's tier 6. Because I only have 1 minute left to search. Plus 3 bonus gather. It's only tier 6, right? Sad, but still. At least stuff is more valuable in here and a little bit more enchanted. Like, the gather bonus is separate from the premium bonus. So it's never going to reach gather bonus plus 3. For fishing it's different. There you can actually get plus, like you will get 3 to 4 with premium bonus, with random stuff. It's just a gatherer. But I want it's purple. So I'm actually going to take that. Like it's purple in a... I walked a pretty bad way. It's purple in a rare map, so it should be worth some money. I think I'm taking this. And I'm going to spam my abilities because I want to be faster. He just lost the thing because he used Chain Slash. He actually lost it because he used Chain Slash. And so I believe I also lost my purple thing in the last map that I have been in because I used Purple Slash as well. Purple Slash. Chain Slash as well. That's how I must have lost it. Because you go invisible and invincible as well. So the maximum gathering bonus is plus 2. It's the highest that you can get. Cannot get higher. Not sure if I want to go for the chest as well. Maybe. I haven't seen any dangerous people so far. So let's spam my abilities even more. But I'm not sure if I will... Oh, there's a low person, tier 7 gear. I definitely want to kill this guy. Oh, he's downed. Perfect. This makes it easier. And he's definitely quite valuable. What's this kind of guy doing? What is he playing? He's also using tier 7 gear. Okay. He's using quite strong gear. So maybe I want to kite a little bit. Reset the bleeding. He's below 40%, so I want to E him. Boom. A lot of kills. A lot of kills. A lot of money. That's a lot of items. Oh, I didn't want to drop that. So, Whispering Bow tier 6, Demon Boots. A lot of random stuff. I think I'm just going to bring back loot and take the good stuff here. This should be pretty valuable as well. Like, my inventory is so full with random stuff now, but it's valuable stuff, so I should just bring it back, I believe. This is just a tier 6 map. I'm not really missing out on anything, to be honest. Well, I'm gathering kills. How much favor did it give? 2,800, I believe? Not 100% sure, but that's half a chest, and the chest is worth like 200k or so. So it gave me 100k. Let's quickly bring back this random stuff. It's too valuable to throw it away, really. I'll just bring it back. Too much random stuff in my inventory right now. Too many stream snipers, you say? Probably, even though not too many people are actually watching my stream, so the chance of having stream snipers is probably lower, but if I was running around with 8.3 gear in the Black Zone, for example, probably quite a lot of people would look for my stream then and just try to stream snipe me, because it's just a lot of money. And it's probably kind of interesting for people to stream snipe people. Let's quickly put all of this stuff away. Just too much stuff. Like, as you saw when I was gathering in the tier 7 and then in the tier 8 map, my inventory was so full. Just need to bring back the stuff. This Battle Axe guy was definitely a little bit too carefree. I think he did not really expect to find an 8.3 guy. But maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he wanted to try. I mean, I'm obviously worth a lot of money. And his build, contrary to mine, is really good in 1v1. I mean, it's of course not possible for him to catch me, because I have way too much mobility. But if I try to fight him, he will maybe have a chance to kill me. He was worth quite a lot, considering that he was only using tier 7 gear, but he simply already had a lot of loot, which is why he was so expensive. Can you show spec for gathering? I can. Even though I kind of would like to do it not inside the Black Zone, basically. But I quickly can. I'm not going to die, most likely. So, I am like level 40, 40, 30, 30 and 40 on tier 8. I'm level 80, 60, 50, 60 and 50 on tier 7. And I am level 100 on all the tier 6 gathering professions. And everything below that doesn't really matter. I have like level 96 on tier 5 hide gathering, because hide is what I started with. And all the other things are very low, like level 30, level 20, and let's not talk about tier 4. Gathering, I have like level 20, level 10, level 30 on the tier 4 gathering things. Because tier 4 resources are not worth it when talking about money, you know? It's just not worth it to take those resources. It's good for leveling up. It's really good for leveling up. Like I previously said, if somebody wanted to level up quickly right now, just gather those old tier 4 and tier 5 resource mobs in the roads. Like you will level up so quickly gathering those things. But it's not giving any money, you know. No money to be had there unless those resources are enchanted. Like once I've gathered old 4.3 or elemental, and this gave me like 3 million, but those things are of course very rare. Like you can get lucky and find enchanted ones and then you will even make money. But generally, if you want to level up, you can just gather those 4.0 and 5.0 resource elementals and you will level up quite quickly. I'm actually not even sure if I want to take those 6.1 resources, to be honest. I find so little of those here in the mists, and they're really not that valuable. Except for hide, you know? Hide is valuable. But maybe I want to skip the other 6.1 resources, to be honest. I think I'm going to try that. It's kind of weird to gather tier 6 resources, but not 6.1. Kind of counterintuitive. But if I stay long enough in like tier 7 or tier 8 maps, my inventory will be so full. And I will really not find too many of enchanted tier 6 resources. And mostly they will only have like one piece at a stack, you know. So I think I'm going to try skipping those right now. Which is kind of weird. But in my experience, I only have like 5 pieces, 6 pieces, maybe 7 pieces from time to time. 5.2 on the other hand should be quite valuable. 5.2 should be more valuable than 6.1. So I'm going to take those. Not perfectly sure about it actually. Maybe only ore and hide. For now I'm going to take the 5.2 resources as well, I would say. Ever you try gathering one day? How Luku you got silver? What do you mean? I don't understand. Like, do you mean if do I gather every day? I don't. I only I upload every time I gather basically, you know. So all the gathering that I do is on YouTube basically. The mist is closing. Time to look for an enchanted mist from an enchanted wisp. I'm definitely going to, and I said definitely again, I'm going to look for, I'm going to say the word wisp and mist quite a lot in this stream. I'm pretty sure about that. Non-enchanted. No enchanted wisps so far to be seen in this map. Let's see if that's going to change. Hopefully, I'll find another enchanted one. But as I've already said, like 50% of the time, which wasn't the case today. Today I've always found something enchanted. But previously, my feeling is like that when wandering around in these last 5 minutes of the map, existing, found like only 50% of the time I found enchanted wisps, which felt kind of weird. But maybe I have been unlucky? I don't know. It's possible. As I have also already said, I don't know the stats. I don't know how likely it is to find enchanted wisps. I don't know how many spawn. I also don't know how much competition I have and how many people are taking those enchanted wisps from me. I'm also not sure about how many people are generally in the mists. I really wonder, like, it is quite relevant for doing the ganking thing. 5.2 ore, 3 pieces, nice. That's quite valuable, like 15k just like that. This quickly is kind of attractive. Kind of feel like I should take those things. So I've covered like 1/3 of the map now already. Maybe even half of it. Not 100% sure. Hopefully I can find something. It may also be possible that there are oh like, is it normal to find this many legendary wisps? Is it normal? Because I don't know. I don't know. But it happens so often. It happens so often that I find legendary wisps. And by the way, when I'm in legendary wisps, or generally tier 8 wisps, I only gather resources that are worth like 2,500 silver or more. You know? Because there's so many of them. Feels like a time waste to gather anything else. And down there's some marble. Legendary wisp? Is it normal to find this many? I found so many in the like 2 videos that I've uploaded. The 9 hours of gathering solo in Duomists. I found so many legendary wisps. Like, I would guess 8 also. Like 8 in 9 hours? Is this normal? I have no idea. Sunshine look? You mean the beautiful yellow glow of the wisp? Those resources are so valuable. 8,000 silver for that. 6,000 silver for that per piece. Just so valuable. Like, I'm streaming now for 1 hour and 30 minutes and this is already my second tier 8 map. I don't know if this is normal. I don't know if I'm being lucky or if this is just how it is. It may as well be just the way it is. This is a legendary mist, so the wisp, the transporting mission there, would actually be quite valuable. Would give quite a lot of favor. So maybe I want to move towards it. Is there a person? There is a person. But it looks like they are friends. Don't really want to fight a 1v2 against real people. Will they try once? Probably. Do they have invisibility potions? What's that? That's an invisibility potion actually. So I'm going to mount up after one more piece. Where is the donate link? There is no donation link. There is some weird, like, there are basically 2 options to give me money. No red exclamation mark over my head. Like, this one guy had invisibility potion, so I want to be a little bit careful. There are 2 options, like there's this channel membership where you can like subscribe to my YouTube channel, which gives me like €1 per month, which varies a little bit depending on where you live. And then there's another thing, like it's called Super Thanks. I'm actually not sure where to find that because I don't do it myself, you know. Like I have never donated on YouTube. I have never donated on Twitch. I'm like never watching Twitch, to be honest. So I'm actually not 100% sure where this super thanks thing is, but I would believe that you can find the super thanks somewhere below the stream. So these two guys were going towards the wisp. And interestingly enough, they did like not a single time try to fight me, which is interesting. But if they're good at the game, which is possible, they may know that it's not possible for them to kill me, to be honest. Like if I just run away, if I don't attack them, then there is no way for them to kill me. Usually I would not be doing these tier 7 resource mobs in this map, because it's a tier 8 map. But this one was standing right in front of my beautiful 8.1 marble. Which is kind of interesting, is that I don't know if things here in the mists actually lose their enchantment. I believe I have not seen resources in the mists lose their enchantment, to be honest. I don't think I've seen that yet. I don't think I have seen that yet. This is where I'm coming from. I definitely do not want to walk the same way in this map twice. Because anywhere I go, I could be finding tier 8 resources. Like anywhere I'm going, I could find crystal spiderlings, I could find coffers, I could find spiders. Oh, I already said that, I think. I could be finding artifact mobs, you know? Like those weird dragons, those weird spiders and stuff like this. My pork pie is running out very soon. I'm just going to eat one now. Really want to be efficient right here. I want to spend as much time as possible gathering those juicy tier 8 resources. And look at this. I somehow didn't realize this is a gathering area. Okay, so I can spend the rest the rest of my time in this mist just gathering these millions of tier 8 stone. Like if the mist was closing now, you know? If it was closing now, I don't think I would be able to gather all of this. I'm way too slow. Like, look at this. Look at this. It takes me forever to gather this. This is so much tier 8 stone. Maybe I should walk around a little bit after I'm done with this one to see if there's enchanted marble. Because, like, basically only because of one reason. It is possible that somebody comes who wants to fight me and chases me away from this place. It is possible. I filled a stone cutter journal. This is going to be a lot of stone. And a very decent amount of money. Tier 8 resources are pretty valuable. Anything enchanted? Do I want to walk around it? No, outside there's nothing. Okay, no enchanted marble, sadly. But still a lot of marble. Since I've seen that there is not much more marble lying around, I'm actually positive that I'm going to be able to move out of this area and see a little bit more about the stuff here in this map. But it will take me quite a long time to gather all of this. And I've already even had the thought that I'm not even sure if it's worth it to gather all of this. I'm not sure if it's maybe not better to run around and look for like resource mobs that I gather twice as quickly, to have the chance to find coffers, spiderlings, artifact mobs and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure. But to be honest, tier 8 resources are really good, and it's really nice to level up these things so I can gather them quicker. So I have less of a problem gathering those things so slowly. How are you doing? Can you show gear and explain it? This is what I'm using. I'm using the Bloodletter because it has 3 jumps, 3 jump abilities. Like the Q is a jump, the W here, the dash is a jump with 16 seconds cooldowns because I have a Mist Caller which gives me 13% cooldown reduction. And the E, the execute ability, is also a jump, 30 seconds cooldown with my cooldown reduction. Then the helmet doesn't really matter as long as it's a hood, you know? Because I'm only using this helmet because I can pick the cleanse ability. I want 2 cleanses, the Fort Sterling cape for the cleanse and the helmet for the cleanse, because I'm gathering in dual mists. And the only thing I can die in dual mists basically with this much mobility is if I get caught by a one-shot combo. This is the only possibility for me to die, and for even to get dismounted. Like nobody can dismount me except one-shot combos. And so I want double cleanse, and this way I'm like 100% safe. And then the knight armor, because it's a plate armor, I want the tankiness of a plate armor, and the knight armor is like the only useful escape plate armor. Like all the other tank armors are not really that great for escaping, which is why I'm using the knight armor. There's an argument for using the Duskweaver armor, which is also okay for escaping because it slows and it purges movement speed abilities, which would not work against Royal Sandals though. And Royal Sandals definitely pop up here and there in mists. And then just any sandals and use the energetic sprint. Because if I spam my Q, W and E and all the other abilities as well, like the armor costs a lot of energy, I have really big energy problems. And the energetic sprint regenerates a lot of energy. And the Mist Caller just so I have more cooldown reduction, so I can spam my jumps even more and my movement speed even more. Just the build to run away, basically. Like previously, I think with like in the time of this stream, I think I've killed already 3 people. The Bloodletter is quite good for being a rat, you know? Like I can very easily finish off somebody who is running away with low HP because I usually have more mobility. And the execute is quite good because it deals extra damage to low HP targets. Where did you get into the mist? Brazilian? Yes, I started in Brazilian. It's just way more comfortable when I have to run away from people to just go back through these 4 exits and then be in safety. It's quite annoying to do this in the black zone or the red zone because I could die in the red or black zone if I went through those places into the mists. It's quite risky to be with 8.3 gear in those places, to be perfectly honest. Show how much you got from this mist. Not too much, I believe. Like I've gathered the stone here. Okay, it's quite a bit. Like I've been gathering the stone here and I already have 460,000 silver from just all this marble. And I have additionally like 40k from the tier 8 fiber I found, 11k from the adamantium ore, and I also already filled a stonecutter journal, which is worth 50k, which I bought for like 15k or 17k. So 50 plus 500 plus 40 plus 11 plus 11 is like 700, I think. Maybe, yeah, should be 600, 700. 700,000 silver in those, like, I would guess 15 minutes that I'm in here. But as you can see, me finding the stone gathering area means I will not explore this legendary mist very much. Like, this marble it's so much marble. And it's very valuable, you know, like, look at this, you know, 527k. It's a lot of money, it's a lot of money. And it fills my stonecutter journals quite quickly as well. I'm already halfway through the second one. So it's a lot of money. But it's not insane. If I found tons of tier 8 resource mobs, I would get more money. But this is like safe. And I got 4 more minutes left to maybe find something else that's nice. Is the chance high to get into a legendary mist from Brazilian? When you go into the mists from Brazilian, you will always get a common mist, you know? There's no chance to get into a better mist. Do you know what I mean? You will always be in a tier 6, non-enchanted with a mist. No chance to get anything better. And here is some nice tier 8-ite. There's also a tree. So this is basically going to be it for this mist, I guess. I don't think I will... like, it takes very long to gather this. There's a person, and he's using ganking gear. Do I need to be worried? Let's go to Chain Slash. And to this. And then just kill him. He may have a friend, you know. He may try to gank me with invisibility right here. But he's using ganking gear, so he's not very strong. In a direct fight. Which is why I changed to these abilities. Like, he's not very strong. And he is very valuable. Ganking items are pretty valuable. But he could have a friend, and his friend may be strong. And generally a 1v2 is quite hard. He may just be waiting for his friend to come. And this may be a pretty hard, difficult fight. He may definitely have a friend. I should have invited him. After this one piece, I'm going to mount up. But this may be too slow if he's ganking me with invisibility now. Then I may be too slow. No red exclamation mark over my head. I mean, I don't know if he's solo. Inviting him to my party would have reassured me. I'm not even going to be able to gather the wood. It takes so long to gather these tier 8 resources. It takes so long. And I'm actually going to bring back the loot. Because if I get into like tier 7 mists now, it will be very hard on my inventory space. It takes very long to gather these resources, but they are so valuable. Like before this I had like 700k. And I got an additional 170k from the hide. Not too bad. Because I would believe that I was gathering in this mist for like 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I'm not sure. I didn't look at the time. But nonetheless, if it was 15 minutes or 20 minutes, the loot is pretty good. And if I found something enchanted, it would have been even better. Like I'm streaming now for 1 hour and 47 minutes, to be fair, with a 10-minute break. And I already have 4.18 million. But sure, I've gotten 3 kills already, so this is some extra money. But I'm wondering if I will get into another legendary mist. If I look at the past experience from these 9 hours that I've uploaded, I think the chance is pretty high that I will find one more legendary mist. I'm pretty sure the chance is pretty high. Back to gathering tier 6 resources. Back. I'm really not sure about the hide areas. I don't find tier 6 resources there. I simply don't find them there. But there are a lot of birds, and if the birds are enchanted... Oh god, this is an annoying one. Do I want to switch my helmet? I probably do. I will do this much faster. I need to dodge. And I'm really not dodging well right now. This time I dodged quite well. Very soon he's going to use his AoE attack. At least this time I dodged this big AoE thing. I actually missed my cube. For spamming all my abilities. But I definitely really want to dodge all his spells. Was there a person in the north? I don't think so, right? Oh, I got hit from one tick. Okay, the final combo. Boom. I got a book, I got 20,000 silver, and I got some fame, which I did actually not see. Change back to save spells and continue gathering. What resource should I upgrade my gathering first? Depends on... Do you like it dangerous? Or do you want to play it safe? Because hide is definitely the most valuable resource, but you will die more. You will die more if you go for hide. If you focus on hide, it's way more dangerous. If you don't want to play it dangerously, then probably I would say either fiber or ore. Fiber or ore. Which is kind of funny because you can fight hide, ore and fiber in the desert. But that's what I would suggest. Fiber or ore if you want to play safe. And if you want to live the dangerous but more profitable life, Well, not necessarily more profitable, you know? Because if you die more, you also lose more. So I'm really not sure if it's more money per time if you go for mainly hide gathering. Because you will die more. But it's definitely a more valuable resource, and because it is a more valuable resource, your gathering trips can be longer, you know? You will find less of it, but it is worth more, and then you will use less gathering, like, not gathering, carry weight. You know what I mean? Less carry weight for more money, so you can get more money per run. But on the other hand, it is more dangerous to go for hide, simply because of the abilities of the mobs. Like, they have slows, they have damage over time effects, which is very dangerous. Slows are pretty obvious why they're not very good if you get slowed. It's very hard to escape if you have a like 15 seconds slow or maybe 10 seconds slow. It always feels very long. Of like 30% or 40% movement speed, like a lot. It makes a big difference. And the damage over time effects deny the gallop bonus. And they also make it harder to mount up, which is a pretty big problem as well. Like, I always, for example, dodge the slow ability, or at least I try to, of these wolves right here. The hyenas also have such a slow ability, and they also have a damage over time effect ability. The dire wolves in the black zone and in the roads also have such an ability. The slow and the damage over time ability. It's quite problematic. And to be efficient, it's usually pretty nice to kill multiple at once. And for that, it's usually necessary to go with the hide gathering armor. But if you have the hide gathering armor and you use the poison armor so you can kill those things more quickly, which is good, there's also the problem that you do not have the invisibility on the armor anymore, which is very important for escaping. Like, there are quite a few downsides to hide gathering. Well, with fiber, you just go there and pick it up. With ore, like, I just click, I'm safe. Not fighting, I'm not using my escape abilities to kill these mobs. Having cooldowns while fighting these mobs. Especially on the execute ability of the Bloodletter, for example, right now, that I'm using. It makes it faster to kill these things. But it's also more dangerous to have cooldown on your abilities. A green one, nice. Definitely I'm going to switch. Do I want to kill this elemental? It's like whatever. I don't. A green one. Uncommon. So I can find artifact mobs now, and it's tier 7. I'm pretty lucky, I feel like. I think I spent like half of this streaming of the stream in tier 7 or tier 8 maps. Feel like I'm pretty lucky today. But maybe it's not even lucky, you know? Maybe it's not even lucky. Maybe this is just normal. I have no idea. No idea. If the prices stay on such a nice level as they were when I sold stuff like 2 or 3 days ago, then this is maybe even more profitable than Black Zone Gathering. I'm not sure. I mean, of course I'm getting a nice little bonus from my Avalonian tools, which I will never use in the Black Zone. There's 5.3, there's an elemental, so much stuff. Like tier 7 maps, the resources that I find in tier 7 maps are not much more valuable. It's just that I find like twice the amount of resources that I want to gather compared to tier 6 mists. Like in tier 6 mists I don't want to gather tier 5 stuff, I don't want to gather tier 4 stuff. While here, I definitely want to gather the tier 7 resources and I want to gather the tier 6 resources, which is just way more efficient because I'm walking around way less. I'm gathering way more per time, which makes it much more efficient. And likewise, much more profitable. Didn't get a fame book yet. Didn't get a fame book yet. I mean, I'm not gathering for that long yet as well, so it's not like I would have expected to get one by now already. Because it really seems like they are very rare. You do really get them very rarely, to be honest. This is somebody gathering. Well, I also want this tier 7. Is this a wood area? He has miner boots, but on the sprint actually. He actually has miner boots on the sprint. So he is killable. Do you try to avoid Black Zone on weekends? Nope. Seems to be okay. But I try to avoid gathering in the Black Zone. Whoops. Like in the prime time. So I do definitely want to do this spiderling. So let's go. This guy is okay. This is a different guy. This is definitely a duomist. I don't really want to fight a fire mage. It's not a good matchup for me. So I guess I'm not doing this one. Like, I really do not want to risk dying. I could do an invisibility gang, to be honest. Because I do have invisibility potions. So let's see, the spider is still there. But nobody seems to be doing it. There was a person right there. No red exclamation mark over my head, so I'm not getting invisibility ganked. Whoops. Switch to combat spells. He may be in the team with the fire mage, so don't really want to deal with a fire mage. Not a good matchup. Like, my build is really not good at fighting against ranged people. He invited me probably to see if I'm solo, I guess. Time to switch my spells to running away again. But this must mean he's also solo. Like, before and after the reset, gathering on the weekend seems fine. It's more about the time of the day, you know? It's more about the time of the day, to be honest. He is lingering around. He has really good levels on his items. I definitely do not want to fight this guy. Like, the cursed staff is just a very good 1v1 weapon. And like ranged matchups are really bad for me. This build is much better against people who are melee, because my armor is useless against ranged people. But of course, ranged people cannot kill me if I don't fight them. But I was definitely thinking about the fighting the fire mage, but it really didn't make sense. Because he is so worthless, you know? He is worth so little money. A tier 7 Nightfall Abbey. Interesting. If I was using... what's it called? What's it called? PvE gear and didn't have like 9 million in my inventory. These guys are waiting around the spiderling. They're just waiting and looking if anything interesting is going to happen, I guess. Maybe they're just hoping for me to suicide. Because it probably seems like I'm interested in the spiderling, which I definitely am, but I'm just not going to do it. I'm definitely not going to do the spiderling when there's like 2 ranged people waiting around it. Can I click on this? How fast is this? It's attacking so fast compared to the what's it called? To the like stone and ore elementals. They are attacking way slower. And it's very possible that they were simply too scared to do the spiderling while I'm nearby. Because I can chase down everyone. I have more mobility than everyone there. So I'm very dangerous in a way. If they start a fight, I will get a kill. Basically, if I want to. So maybe they were just playing carefully, but standing around there, being AFK, it's kind of weird and kind of inefficient. But to be honest, a lot of people do very inefficient stuff in this game. That's nothing new. Like, that's nothing new, that's nothing surprising. 6.1 fiber special resource mob. Since I was talking about maybe skipping the 6.1 resources. But if I gather this whole thing, I will get like 10 pieces. So it's going to be like, well, I will get like 10, 1, I'll get 11? 11 and a half pieces on average from this mob. And this stuff is worth like 1.4k silver per piece. So it's going to be like 15k or so. But in this case, when I gather this, I also definitely want to gather all the 6.1 fiber that I will find in the future. Good morning from New York City. Crazy. But it's kind of interesting, like, was it the second or the third country? Like I do have all these YouTube analytics, you know? And I do see which country has the most people watching me, like the viewers that I have. And the USA is definitely like second or third place. Like 8% of all my viewers also are from the USA, I believe. But the different countries, like, it's very interesting. I mean, it's definitely also depending on population and stuff, I guess. Because, like, one country, I think Brazil is like the top country. I think people from Brazil are number 1. I think like 10% of all the people who watch my videos are from Brazil. And then there's like 7% or so Indonesia. And there's also like Thailand with like, I don't know, 6% or so. So it's very interesting. It's very different. Like USA, Brazil, Thailand, Indonesia, like what the hell do these countries have in common? Like nothing that I can see. I don't know. Maybe they have a lot of people. Maybe they speak English. Maybe they are all interested in gathering in Albion. I'm not sure. But the mist is closing, so I do want to start searching for an enchanted wisp now again. And only gather very expensive resources. He's coming from the north. That's not good, because I want to go to the north and see if there's an enchanted wisp. I'm now only going to gather resources that are worth like 2,500 silver per piece or 3,000 silver per piece, while I'm looking for another enchanted wisp. But I feel like so far I have been pretty lucky, I would say. Wait a second, this is tier 7. This is amazing. This is really good. This is basically the best thing to find here in the tier 7 wisp. That's basically the best thing. Maybe an artifact mob. Oh, Taiwan. Yeah, Taiwan. Taiwan? Taiwan? I don't know. I don't speak English. I'm German. Taiwan? I think Taiwan, right? Taiwan is also a big one. Taiwan is also like on and off in the top 5 countries of who watch my videos. A lot of Asian countries. And the big one Brazil, and another big one USA. Very interesting. But maybe just because a lot of people are in Brazil and the USA. And a lot of people have access to internet and computers or phones. Like a lot of people probably watch my videos on phones, I would guess, as well. No idea. Thick hide. Another tier 7 tiger. Another tier 7 tiger. The best thing I can find here. Like, the only better thing would be if this was enchanted, actually. It's the only other... I want you. I want you. I want you. Invisibility potion. He's not that valuable. I probably should not try to kill this guy. He's really not that valuable. But I would definitely be able to chase this guy down. Okay. Me and my son watch your videos all the time. Nice to finally catch a live stream. Happy gathering. Thanks. But that's really interesting for me. Oh, okay, he had his mount ready. Ah, it's this guy again. And he's not that valuable. I really should not chase him too much. You and your son. How old is your son? Like, is he a baby or is he like a small child? Or are you like 2 adults watching it together? Like, that's kind of interesting. %, Indonesian Albion player as gatherers. Maybe all the Indonesian people really like gathering. Maybe that could be it. I don't think I'm going to find a better wisp now, so I can as well just take some tier 7 wood right here. I think I'm going to take a little break after bringing back the loot here. Because like my inventory space is not this full yet. But if I went into a tier 8 map, you know, like if I went into a tier 8 map right now, I would get problems. Like all these random tier 8 resources, I would get a lot of different 8.1 and 8.0 resources. My inventory would have quite some problems. Hello Apple Cheese, hello Star Song. He's my gathering partner, definitely not a baby. So he's kind of young, I suppose then. Like you don't have to tell me your age and stuff or his age. Like you really don't have to. But what I was wondering is like you are playing together. Like he's playing on his account, you're playing on your account, and you're playing together like two people then. Always need your video before sleeping. It's interesting, like I sometimes watch my solo PvE videos, like the speed up videos, before sleeping, to be honest. Just like calming down, kind of interesting for me to see how I went about the things. And just like watching me clear mobs very fast. It's kind of interesting and kind of funny. So now I'm going to take another break for 10 minutes. Alright, I'm back. And I think I'm going to continue for 1 more hour or so, like roundabout. It's not like I have to leave immediately in 60 minutes or something. But I think that's going to be enough of gathering in the mists for today. When I'm done with those next roundabout 60 minutes. And I'm curious to see if I will actually get into another tier 8 map. I've already found 2 tier 8 maps in the last 2 hours basically. Which were not really 2 hours, were more like... Well, okay, if I look at the stream time now, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Then it's actually probably pretty much 2 hours. My pork is still running. Time to wait until this mist closes so I can look for... Oh, it respawned right when I finished it. So then I can look for another enchanted wisp. I mean, it's definitely possible to run into an enchanted wisp right now while I'm running around right here. But it happens very, very rarely, I feel like. I think it happened one time in those last 9 hours that I've spent like lying back listening to music. I was about to inspect this guy and then he was too far away for me to inspect him. What was I about to say? Like in the last 9 hours that I've spent gathering in the mists, in the dual mists. I think it happened like one time that I randomly ran into a legendary mist while the map wasn't closing yet. Well, actually the situation... Gather bonus +2? Gather bonus +2? Fiber yield. So is there like, where do you see these things? Is it adventurous challenge? Activities. Plus 25% gathering yield. Okay, so it's a fiber day. I do get more fiber right now. Plus 25%. Fiber yield. Plus 90%. Plus my pork pie, which means I have a 5% chance to get gather bonus plus 2 once again. For tier 6 fiber actually. Interesting. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention beforehand. If I already got gather bonus plus 2, I'm too slow. No, I dodged the slow of the wolf. I wasn't really paying attention beforehand. Didn't really see the plus 2 gather bonus before in the 2 hours that I've already been gathering. And this can only happen for tier 6 fiber for me right now because my tier 7 fiber gathering is too low. My levels there. Tier 7 fiber plus 66%. I can only get gather bonus plus 1 there. Another dungeon. It's tier 7. Do I want to go do some stuff in there? Probably not. Probably not. I'm way too valuable. And like having a mount is really safe, and in there I cannot have a mount. This is not really the gear to do this. Why Duo Mist? Does it have a better enchantment chance? I don't think that it has a better enchantment chance. Like, it really looks like completely the same to Solo Mists, to be honest. But it's because, and I've like said it like 2 hours ago already, there are less people who chase me. Like I didn't get chased a single time, you know? Like in these 2 hours that I'm doing this already now, I didn't get chased a single time by a person, you know? Which is much better. In the Solo Mists in the past, when I've been there were people who run behind me, like chase me the whole time. Mount up. And if I want to play safe, I have to mount up and walk away. And this makes gathering much less efficient. So it feels like Duo Mists are better because of this reason. Duo Mists are a little bit dangerous in a way because of the one-shot combos. But if I use double cleanse, basically, Fort Sterling Cape plus cleanse on my head, I'm 100% safe against the one-shot combos. It's impossible for them to kill me if I play safely. So there's no real problem in going for the Duo Mists basically, and I see the benefit of not getting chased all day long. This is just a gatherer, I don't need to worry about him. Hola. Hello. Got it, maybe I can try this strategy next time. Yeah, just try it, just use double cleanse. Play safe and see if there's a difference, you know. Just observe. And it's kind of interesting. I don't know if people are still chasing like madman nowadays. It's been a while that I've been gathering in the Solo Mists. So I'm not 100% sure if it's still like that, but there were so many people who just followed me the whole time. Like also 1v1 people, you know, like people with just strong 1v1 item sets who wanted to fight me. Of course they wanted to fight me because my build is bad. You know, it's bad for killing someone in a straight up 1v1. It's good for running away. It's not very strong in a straight up fight. Albion East server really sucks. Mods mute you if you confront Chinese player spamming in world chat. I don't know about world chat. Like, what is world chat? I mean, probably the general channel that I have here as well is probably the world chat. But like a long time ago, I chose some specific options. Like you can, I think at interface, you can change all your, like the chat stuff somewhere. And I think I turned off a couple of things. So maybe I don't have this world chat enabled anyways. Because like I don't need some random people talking random stuff. And this spamming my thing here, like I want to see if somebody picks up silver because this tells me that somebody is nearby that I cannot see on my screen yet, which is a very helpful thing. I want to see if somebody kills somebody in the chat. I also enabled that I see if people pick up items from loot. That's also something I see in my chat. Like, it's just some tool. Like I have also obviously enabled that I can see the say chat. It should be tier 6, yeah, it is tier 6, nice. Because sometimes you wanna chat with random people. But pretty sure I've disabled quite a few things. A dagger with weird items. Like I don't really understand why he's playing Judy Boots and the Demon Helmet. But maybe he's solo. Because if you have like a Grail Seeker dagger combo, you do really want to play different items. Royal Sandals and the other Silence Helmet, which is not a Silence Helmet but a Silence Hood. I think it's a Hellion Hood. Pretty sure it's a Hellion Hood, but maybe it's a Spectre Hood. I always confused Hellion and Spectre. I always confused these two. Let's skip the 6.1. Except if I find like a 6.1 resource mob. Yeah, always switch to combat chat. Yeah, exactly. Like, I want my chat to be a useful tool for me. I don't care about random people talking about random stuff. That's not what I'm playing this game for. I'm not playing this game to chat with people. I'm playing this game mainly for killing people. Even though I'm uploading like almost only gathering videos, I'm mainly doing PvP in this game. That's what this game is about. It's like this, it's so unique, this game. It's so unique. Full loot PvP. You can actually kill another character in here and take his items. That's so unique. I haven't seen this in any other enjoyable game. It's really nice. So unique. I like the only thing that I want more from this game is a Europe server. I really want a European server. And I would not care at all that I have like 400 days more of premium. I don't care that I have like 400 million silver in my bank account, basically. I don't care that I have like, I don't know, 400, 500 million, like that I have loot and gear worth like 400, 500 million silver lying around in my banks in the towns. I don't care. I don't care. I would start new. Like I would 100% immediately start a new character if SBI makes a Europe server. Like I really want a European server. Then I would also probably play way more things like corrupted dungeons. I would probably play more arena. I would maybe even play like solo mists. Because right now it just doesn't feel good enough. It's a tier 7 map. Perfect. Nice. There is a green thing lying on the floor. And I'm actually way more interested in the chest, to be honest. And but the green thing lying on the floor is actually kind of a good sign for me to just go for the chest. I'm seeing so many resources that I want to gather. But let's actually take a look at the chest. It's a rare wisp, so the chance is quite high that there are a couple of solo players in this mist. 6.2 right there. Kinda want to gather it. But I also kinda want to get this chest, but I'm pretty late. Let's see, let's see. There's a person. There's another person. I was too late. Oh, not too late. Still got 200k and 12 books. Oh, I want that as well. Okay, it was worth it to come here. 200k and 12 books, which I'm just going to use because I don't want them to pick up the inventory space. Okay, time to gather. There's a crystal spider. Do I want to gank it? Probably. Okay, I want to do an invisibility gank. There are two people being super low. Can I reach one? Ah, this is so unlucky. So unlucky. But it's just because they saw me, actually. I was seen too often. Ah. I probably shouldn't have checked for the names, you know what I mean? I probably should not have checked for the names. Oh, I need to use my pork pie. I've just realized. One of these probably saw my name and said, let's be careful, let's mod up. Both of them were solo. They took a lot of damage from the spider, which is kind of weird, which may mean that they are kind of weak. Let's take another look. And is it moving? It's not moving. I kind of don't want to fight two people. It's not moving right now. I don't have an invisibility potion. 4.1 dude. Another dude. This guy is quite valuable. Tier 7 armor, tier 7 offhand, I believe. I'm kind of interested in this spider. It's going to be quite valuable, actually, in this map. It's tier 7, it's rare. I seldom do PvP thanks to the 200 ping from Taiwan. Yeah, like the ping issue is quite the big issue. Now it's moving again, so I'll go for another invis gank. This guy. No! Well, I mean, I will get this kill, at least. I will... Oh, he's actually valuable. Nice. Quite nice. Not bad. $1 million. Not too bad. Oh, does he have anything very valuable here? 80, and that is so worthless. 150k lying around, 45. Invisibility gangs, ladies and gentlemen. 30k right here, yeah, it's too good, right? 30k is nice. The rest, maybe that one item. 5k, no. But yeah, quite some extra money. I'll take that. Oh. I killed quite a lot of people today. I think I've killed less people when I was gathering in the past. I could take a look at the spider, actually. Maybe there was still something in there. Where was it? It was here somewhere? But there was this other dude running around. Spider, the spider corpse. Where was it? I don't remember. Probably somebody else looted the rest of it. Another nice bunch of extra money. Didn't expect him to use tier 8 gear. Not bad, not bad. Not getting the spider, but getting this kill, definitely worth it. Definitely worth using the invisibility potion. Made it much easier. This time they didn't see me. Or maybe the first time they didn't see me, they were just too low. And maybe the first guys were different guys. I don't really remember a tier 8 guy. But I don't know. I think I also didn't inspect them. Max one person. What's this guy? Just a gatherer, okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. I mean, if I was in a tier 8 map, I maybe would be switching places, but not too scared. Not too scared. I'm also quite close to the exit of this map, so I'm pretty safe. But I will need to bring back loot after this, actually, because of all the random items that I've got from the kill. Slowly, to be honest, I'm getting quite hungry as well. So, oops. Would kinda like to... Well, I'm just going to get kicked out of this mist because I have too much stuff. I mean, if I find a legendary or rare one now, I will take it, I will gather, and I will throw away some rather worthless things then. But I'm not going to search this hard for a mist right now. I'm just going to gather in this map, because I will have so many things here that I want to gather. All the tier 7 and tier 6 resources. And the chance to find artifact mobs, the chance to find crystal spiderlings, coffers. And resource mobs. So I'm just going to continue gathering on this map until I get kicked out. should be quite efficient. Because if I get into a tier 8 map now, my inventory, I only have 8 inventory spaces left. Would be kinda rough. Would need to throw away a lot of things, which is not very efficient. Killed 4 people today already. And the last one being the most valuable one. He didn't have food, he didn't have potions, but he probably used one potion. And he probably had some food activated, I would guess. He had pretty weird items, like his cape is really not that good for what he's using. Like the rest of his build is kind of okay, kind of fine. But the cape. Battle Axe is not really an auto attack based build, to be honest. It will be very hard to get much value from the Morgana cape on a Battle Axe. At least you can pick up a jump on the W or a small sprint and auto attack enhancing buff at the same time, which may have been the reason why he picked that cape. A synergy between the W and the cape, but not a synergy worth it. That's worth it. Oh, a bear. Perfect. Perfect. That's going to be some nice money. One piece is worth, what was it, 2.8 or 2.7 or so. And 9 multiplied by 11.5 is like 11.5%, of course. No. 115. So basically plus 1.15. What is that? That's 10. So I'm getting like 19 pieces of tier 7 hide from this one bear. And that multiplied by 3000 is 60k. So on average 60k I would guess. And I got 57k, yeah. Definitely worth it. And I really still need a lot of levels here for my tier 7 gathering professions. Will we go for this? Probably. They're so tanky. 29 seconds. Time to bring back the loot. Simply because my inventory is so full already. 20 seconds. Can I find anything else? Just like this tier 6 tree. Gathering those tier 6 resources so insanely fast. Compared to tier 8 and stuff. 5 seconds. I'm getting kicked out. The mists. So, quickly bring McLoot. And then one more try, one more round to try to find either a tier 7 or a tier 8 map, and then after reaching this tier 7 or tier 8 map, just bring back the loot and call it a day. All this random stuff. Oops, I really did not want to put put a non-filled journal into my bank. Pretty fine loot. 6.7 million in 2 hours 55 minus like 25 minutes from the break. Pretty fine loot. But of course my investment is quite big as well. Like, the stuff that I have right here is worth, like, estimated market value is, what is that? 22, 23 million tier 8 gear plus Avalonian tools. 8.3 gear. Even, and my blood ladder is not even 8.3. My blood ladder is just 8.2. Because I really didn't want to spend. Oh, it's actually on NA. The estimated market value of my blood ladder is not even reflected. Oh, wait. A moment before it was on 13. So it's the estimated market value of the 8.2 blood ladder is probably like 2 million or something. I see. And in this case, those 22 million are probably realistic. Even though I'm pretty sure I bought this stuff for like less, actually. If you teleport around, buy it in a cheap city, you can save quite some money for such expensive items. And the Avalonian tools, I just had them lying around in Limhurst. I didn't need to buy those, could just pick them up from my bank. By the way, why didn't you use gathering gear? Because I want to be strong, you know? Like, gathering gear doesn't scale as well. It doesn't get such high IP. That's the main reason. I don't know about 8.3 gear, like, you probably reach 1500 or 1600 IP. If you have level 100 on tier 8 gathering, that's what I would guess. And here, like, my armor has 1834 IP. My helmet has 1900 IP. My boots have 1900 IP. You mean you want to fight? Sometimes. Like, not very often. Most times I don't want to fight. But to be safe, it's better to have high IP. Because I'm just way more tanky, you know? I have like 3700 health. Ah, look at this. Another 8.3 player. He may be solo. He actually may be solo, to be honest. But he also may understand that I'm not going to fight. Because I'm definitely not going to fight. But I'm so insanely safe with this gear because I'm so tanky, I'm so strong. Like, I have around 75% damage reduction. And I have 3700 IP. Like, nobody can kill me if I play safe. Nobody can kill me if I play safe. I would need to be insanely unlucky. For example, I'm doing like a crystal spider or something, and then 2 different teams show up and try to kill me. It's really hard for people to kill me. But it's also, of course, possible for me to kill very weak people. It's, of course, possible for me to rat people. You know, like in the first 5 or... It was a wisp. Not sure if it was enchanted. Oh no, it wasn't a wisp, it was just this random thing there. Like in the first 5 or 10 minutes of the stream, I found people who were fighting and I was able to just kill some random frost staff that was getting chased by... a one-shot combo. I mean, I would also have been able to do that with 8.3 gathering gear. Would have been the same, basically. I mean, except the energy. The energetic sprint is really good for escaping, because I do have a lot of energy problems if I spam the abilities on my weapon. Mist is safer than Black Zone, right? Yes, 100%. Which is why I'm running around with 8.3 gear and Avalonian tools, you know? Like the stuff. Like, I'm so insanely valuable. I'm worth like 22 million silver right now, right here, you know? But there's no chance for me to die here, you know? It's just not possible if I play safe. And I'm not playing 100% safe when I kill Spider. With Spiderlings and artifact mobs. That's a little risk, actually. But I'm usually on like 80% HP, 70% HP when I finish those. So I'm not that much in danger, you know? It's still really hard for people to catch me, even if they find me when I do this, you know? Even then, it's really hard to die for me, if I play safe. Of course, at least you won't get ganked by like 100 people. Yep. Like, even if people team up here, you know, they see, oh, I'm so valuable. Like, most people, I'm not fighting most people, you know? So, there's even just a very low chance of people teaming up against me, which is quite different to solo mists, actually. I will sometimes have like 2 or 3 random people just following me everywhere, you know? And I cannot gather that anymore. Because if I want to play safe, I have to stay mounted up and run away. Can't just wait there. And then I can't gather anymore, and, well, then it's very inefficient. And here in the duo mists, this almost never happens. Like, even this 8.3 Frost Mage with his 4.4 weapon. Or was it 5.4? I don't remember. Like, he dismounted one time next to me, just basically looking, hey, do you want to fight me or not? And I mounted up and ran away, so he noticed, no, I don't want to, and boom. He just turned around, because he understood, yeah, okay, I'm not going to fight him, and if I don't fight him, he has no chance of killing me. Is that the best escape gear? Probably not. I think the double-bladed staff is a little bit better for running away. I think it's a little bit better. But it only is better if you play the mobility queue, you know, the roll. And if you don't, if you play the damage, then it's not better. I'm using the blood ladder because it is if I use my execute against mobs, then that's not a big deal. Like, I still have my Q and my W. But if you change the Q of the double-bladed staff to damage, so you can kill mobs efficiently, then your escape is much worse. It's really much worse then. Oh, another rare one, nice. I feel like I'm kinda lucky today, but maybe I was just unlucky when I was playing like the last 9 hours. But I thought I was lucky with the amount of legendary wisps that I found. It's tier 8, let's go, let's go. I had one rare wisp beforehand and it was tier 6, and this one is tier 8. Time to gather some tier 8 resources. Oh, nice, perfect. The best possible thing to find. Tier 8 resource mobs. Legitimately the best thing to find. Except maybe like artifact mobs. But artifact mobs are also a little bit annoying. Because they're quite strong sometimes. And I of course don't have the best PvE gear. You know. It's okay, like I'm using 8.3, I'm definitely strong enough to kill those artifact mobs and stuff. But it's not that nice, I will lose like 50% HP or so. Hey, Apple Cheese, nice to see you live in YouTube. Yeah, this definitely doesn't happen very often. It's pretty rare that I'm streaming. So enjoy it. Enjoy the opportunity to actually find one of these rare moments. So I didn't have any tier 8 wood beforehand, and I got 22 pieces worth 120k silver. Really good. Let's try to find more. Will do. I was of course saying this jokingly, but it's really like rare that I stream. Simply because of either stream sniping or because I generally don't really own another one. Perfect. Because I generally don't really upload German videos to this channel. I only upload videos where I actually speak English. I think that's better. For YouTube algorithm reasons and stuff like that. And also it's less work then. Like if people are not interested in that. I mean, I of course already tried it. And like people are just less interested in that, and that's totally fine. And then it's also less work for me. Like I'm not making a video out of everything, but I'm definitely uploading every single gathering activity that I do basically. Tier 8 resources make me rich. How much is your set right now? Like my gathering tools are worth like 9 million combined with the journals and stuff. And the items that I'm using, like the 8.2 blood letter and the rest together on 8.3, except the cape, you really don't need a high level cape. That's worthless. Doesn't scale well. It's like 13 million. So 13 million, of course, including also my super expensive mount, 3 million. The good old elite wild boar, because it has 1 million carry weight. 1,700 kilogram. It has good gallop speed, 120% bonus. So I'm actually faster at finding all this good stuff in here. Really nice combo, but therefore quite expensive. So in total 22 million. Another gatherer who found this really good map here. I like your gathering videos. You made me a gatherer in Albion. I guess this can happen. Like, for me, I must say it was just kind of nice, you know, like it's a way of solo making a decent amount of money, like a nice amount of money. It's kind of interesting because it's dangerous in the black zone and in the roads, and even here it's kind of dangerous, but not much, especially when you have a lot of experience. And so it's not boring. It makes a nice amount of money, and this constant grind, you know, like right now even I'm still leveling up, you know, it's getting better and better. I basically get more and more money for the time that I invest, which is really nice. I like this progress thing, you know. I'm only level 31 on tier 8 ore. And if I reach level 100, I will gather these resources so much faster. And I will get a much higher gathering bonus. And this is just a nice grind to do when I'm not doing PvP and stuff. Hi Apple, first time seeing you live. I love all your videos. Much love from Argentina. Is this right? Argentina or Argentina. Probably Argentina, right? First time seeing me live. It doesn't happen very often. And like the chance to see me live today will be gone very soon. Even though this doesn't sound like perfect English. Because like after this tier 8 mist, I'm probably going to stop for today. At least with the stream. This will be enough. Hopefully I can find something nice in this map. Like I found 2 resource mobs, which is good, but besides that, it's definitely possible for me to also find an artifact mob. I also didn't see any public objective yet. So since it's a tier 8 map and it's rare, I probably will check out the public objectives as well, to be honest. Like, I will not really fight anybody who looks like he has any decent build that could potentially win against me and stuff. But if there is nobody strong, those things here in those high-level maps are quite valuable. Like on the contrary, in common tier 6 mists, those things are really not that valuable. It's usually just as valuable to just gather all the random tier 6 resources. It will give just as much money, unless there's like an epic transport mission or like an epic chest and stuff like that. But I definitely do not really want to fight too many people or something. I don't want to put myself too much in danger. One advantage of these enchanted one advantage of these enchanted mists is that quite a lot of solo players also come into these. And likewise, I feel like that there are less groups actually in these enchanted, like high level duo mists, and so it's even a little bit less dangerous in here than in the ones that I always start, you know, like the common duo mists, because like all the people that go for PvP very often leave, you know, they go out of them, and likewise they don't really get into too many, what's it called? Oh, spider. It's not moving. Now it is moving. So I'll go... Well, I will actually kill this guy because he may be annoying in the future. There's another guy. This guy is level 6. Using level 6 gear. Oh, but I probably don't want to fight against 2 people. Oh, I interrupted my... what's it called? I interrupted my... armor too early. So now I have to run. I mean, I definitely do have more mobility than him. And now I can push him. And then I will be able to mount up very soon. Oh, his friend actually is playing well. Oh, I cannot mount up here. They're playing smart. They're playing smart. So I guess I will have to get out of this map. Or use an invisibility potion. Well, it's better to use an invisibility potion, because the resources that I can get here are so valuable. But this, like, of course it was not risky to get chased by these two guys. Like, there's no way they can kill me. But it is risky in the sense that if another team comes by, then I'm in danger. Then I'm in danger. Like, if these two people chase me, I lose health, I lose cooldowns, and my energy goes low, slowly. Then another team coming by, I can actually die. I can actually die. It was probably... I mean, I really didn't fight him for too long, like this carving sword dude. If I was on damage spells, I potentially could have even won the 1v2. But it's definitely not worth risking this kind of stuff. Sadly, these two guys pretty much at least knew what they were doing with the mount up and dismount next to me thing. This was, this is how you have to play it, you know? Like, if you chase one person, one guy has to be right next to me, basically trying to interrupt me from mounting up, because if I mount up, I'm safe, 100%. And the other guy mounts up and rides in front of me. And this way you can chase down one person. Unless they have invisibility, then you have no chance. Just like I did, you know, like my invisibility potion there let me mount up and continue gathering in this map. But I was, of course, very interested in actually getting the spider, or maybe even getting a kill there. I could path back towards it, but it's probably not worth it. I probably want to find different things. Don't really want too much conflict. Don't really want to fight too much. That's not very efficient. And it's very risky. For the reason that I've mentioned before, like... those two people can't do anything to me. But if another team finds me when I'm low HP on cooldown, then I can die. That's like the only way I can actually die in this, you know? Like, a single team will never kill me in here. But if another team comes, I may die. There's actually another possibility as well. Like a high tier invis gank. I can also die to a high tier invis gank. But it's very hard. It's really hard. I have so much mobility. Chances are very low. But invisibility ganks are definitely a possibility to get me down. But almost nobody is playing like that. Like, most people that use high tier gear are just using like, are being like one-shot combos or healers. Mainly healers, of course. And sometimes like high mobility double damage dealers. And those people have no chance of catching me. And if there's 7 gankers or so, which would have a better chance of catching me, they're just too weak. They're just too weak. 6 seconds until this thing opens. I can take a look. It's a tier 8 map. So how strong are these guys? Oh, it's this team again. So like fighting these two guys is not even worth it. They are worth no money at all. And they are decently strong in a way. Like they can win a 1v2 against me. Even if I'm on damage spells. So, like, there's no reason for me to fight these guys. They will never be worth the risk. I'm way too valuable. The only way I would continue longer now would be me finding another tier 8 mist. Then I would actually continue. But if I don't... Is there any gathering area in this map? I actually didn't pay attention. No, there isn't really. Could maybe call the lake in here, like in the middle. Fiber area, kind of. But not a real gathering area anywhere. So let's see if I can find something juicy. in those last 4 minutes. Or if I can maybe find another legendary, epic or rare wisp to potentially get into another tier 8 mist. It is definitely possible. Weirder stuff has already happened. Resources. Where are you? Would like to find a resource mob, to be honest. Kinda would have liked to get the spider. I killed some random dude, but he didn't really seem to be very valuable, to be honest. Nope. But I felt like it was a good idea to kill as many people as possible there, so I can actually relatively safely do the spider, just hoping that not too many people knew about the spider. But it wasn't the case. That one team already figured it out. Not going to fight you, my friends. Goodbye. Let's see if they will chase me. Probably not, right? 7.1 would be nice. It wouldn't be too crazy either. There should be somebody else, right? Yeah, this is somebody else. Oh! I actually didn't see this. Crazy. How did I not see this elemental? Was it blending in too much with the stone here on the west? On the left to me? Actually, I have to say thanks to this random dude running around there, showing me that this beautiful adamantium or elemental is waiting there for me. Oh, my pork pie. Should actually be worth it to eat the pork pie for such a short amount of time, to be honest. I think my pork pie ran out when I was getting chased by those two dudes, right? I think this was the situation where my pork pie ran out. Even if I'm stopping after this mist, it's worth it to eat the pork pie. Because 15% chance to get one of those is already worth the pork pie. Like one piece of the tier 8 ore is already worth more than one pork pie. So let's see, can I find anything else that's nice? Oh yeah. And there's ore as well, but I'm sure... I think I will get one piece of the tier 8 ore. Will I? No, it doesn't look like I will be able to do that. Looks like I'm way too slow with gathering. Am I? Maybe I'll get one piece. 35 seconds for 2 pieces of wood and 1 piece of ore, and I also still have to ride there. Takes me 11 seconds to gather 1 piece of wood. No, I'm not getting one of the ore. 1 ore piece, right? No. Not possible. Not possible. Well, I can gather some basalt instead. I will get 1 piece of that. I actually didn't see... Was it legendary? Couldn't see. But it would also already have been too late, actually. So... time to finish this stream. Let's see how much money I've made. Bam, bam. Let's see. So that's all of the loot. 7.74 million in 3 hours, basically. Pretty good loot. Pretty good loot. There's like one concern that maybe some of those resources will not sell for the estimated market value, but for less in Brazilian. But the last time I've been selling stuff, the tier 6 prices actually look pretty fine. So I'm kind of optimistic. So this is it for this stream, or like after I'm done, this is going to be a video as well. So goodbye.